How busy are we in our daily life? How much of time do we really get to spend with family, friends, with children, or whatever is the hobby that we really want to pursue? How hurriedly are we running in our lives? What is it we are trying to do with our lives? We know that we all want to succeed, right? Everybody wants to succeed, and that is what is keeping us mostly busy. A student wants to achieve a lot in his academics, so he has to work really hard. An employee really has to achieve a lot of things in his career. So there's a lot of hard pressing which needs to be done at work. Even after so much of hard work, after losing all our interests, after losing all our time in life, are we really successful? What makes us one succeed? What makes us really succeed? We all have heard, well thought decisions are never a regret. I think making a well thought decision is what is the root of success. But to understand how to make well thought decision, we need to understand the way we think. We need to understand the arts and science of thought patterns so that we will be able to apply our thought patterns to success. When I'm talking about thoughts, what am I referring to here? We all understand IQ, which is our intelligence quotient. One thing we grossly miss is our EQ, which is our emotional quotient. Whenever you want to do something new in your life, the only thing that stops you is the fear of failure, the fear of unknown, or probably whenever you're dealing with a human being, be it your boss or your subordinate, whatever might lead to an argument is the way you handle your emotions. So today, your EQ, which is your emotional quotient, plays a very vital role in defining your success. If you master your internal thought patterns, if you master your emotional quotient, that is when you succeed. To understand yourself, you need to really understand your mind. You need to really understand your thought patterns. What are thoughts basically? Whatever differentiates you and me is the way we think. I dress the way I think it is appropriate for me. You probably dress the way it is appropriate for you. So your choice of life is the way you think. My choice of life is the way I think. Having realized that, success remains to be a common factor for you and for me. We both are trying to do a lot of things in our life to succeed. To understand this success, what we both need to understand is to handle our own emotions, to come to terms with management of our own well-being, our inner engineering, which helps us to succeed in life. Thoughts are the way you think. That means to say, when you want to sit in meditation, the only thing that disturbs you in meditation is not the time, is not the physical atmosphere, it is the thoughts that flow into your mind. To be meditative is to stay focused. To be meditative is to involve. It is not just the 10 minutes of time that you sit within yourself. Whatever you do in your life, be it academics or your career, you need to have an approach of meditativeness there, which means to say a thoughtlessness, or going beyond the limitations of your emotions, where you don't have boundaries self-constructed within yourself. To go beyond your limitations, to master your thought patterns, you need to understand the way we think. We currently think only with our memory, and we create our imaginations based on the same memory. We call this thinking. It need not necessarily be. Thinking is not just memorizing. Thinking is not just reproducing basis the memory. Thinking has to result in freshness. Thinking has to create something new. So how do you understand this? Before understanding thoughts, let's understand success. Success is not just about emotional well-being. Success is not just about economic well-being. Success is a combination of 3 E's, which is about your economics, your emotional, and your very existential. This 3E can be achieved easily by your own thought patterns, and we have the formula for you. Here we present 3C is equal to 3E. What are we talking about? This is not something that you do not know. The thought patterns that you have may not have a clear pattern of flow, which is a limitation for your success. The 3C stands for clarity, confidence, and conduct. When you have to visualize your life, when you have to visualize your success, the first and foremost is to establish clarity within yourself. You need to understand why you are trying to do what you're trying to do in life. With that clarity is where you need to go ahead with confidence. Unfortunately, today a lot of people are going ahead and doing a lot of things with confidence, but with no clarity. When you go ahead and do things with confidence, you may end up doing a mistake with confidence. That is not confidence, that is foolishness. Confidence is not about going and banging my head on a rock that I'm sitting on. Confidence is about identifying the right resources with the clarity that I've already established, aligning these resources in such a way that I am able to visualize my clarity and manifest in the purpose. The next C is the conduct, which is most important. When we're talking about conduct, we're talking about your behavior. We're talking about how do you conduct yourself with utmost clarity of the purpose, along with the resources that you have gathered, which has given you confidence. How do you deal with them? How do you conduct them within yourself, with all your surroundings? That is what will result in the 3E, which is your economic well-being, emotional well-being, and your very existential well-being. Do we need a school which makes us think? Do we really need somebody to teach us how to think? If success is all about the way we think, and if we have really been so busy trying to understand success and not been really clearly able to establish that, I think it is the need for us to take some coaching on the way we think. Probably somewhere there has to be some place where somebody helps us to think so that we succeed with our emotional quotient. Something has to happen where we get our nurturing of our thoughts, so we are able to understand our own thought patterns and master ourselves before mastering the whole world. I think there is a need for someone to guide us in the right way of thoughts, in making us understand the science and arts of thoughts. There has to be a need for the thought school.